Amigos, I have a bombshell announcement to make. Something I've never told anyone. My Spanish isn't that great. I know it's hard to believe your bilingual icon admitting that he might not be everything you thought. But I have another secret. In the wild, no one can tell that my Spanish is terrible. How do I do this, you ask? Well, if I told you, what would I talk about for the rest of this video? So without further ado, let's vamonos right into the 5 techniques you need to learn to fake it till you start making it in Spanish. Nailed it. First technique, you need to master Spanish greetings. This sets the precedence for the rest of the conversation. Just be prepared. If you hit them with a proper Spanish greeting, they might think you're fluent. But don't worry, this will present you with a golden opportunity to use those 5 Spanish words and phrases that we all know and love. So win-win. But please, just please, for the love of all things, do not say buenas noches. You will invariably say buenas nachas and make a complete fool of yourself. Hola, mi amigo. Buenas nachas. So avoid that. Second technique, homonyms. Homonyms are words like bear and bear, words that sound the same but have different meanings. Fortunately for you, given the strange nature of the English language, that's about 10% of English words. So that means you only have to learn 95% of all Spanish words, because the other 5% are interchangeable with more than one English equivalent. Quick maths. Why waste time learning sol and hijo when you can learn one word for both? Por ejemplo, el hijo es muy brillante hoy. Tu azul, tu oportunidad. Ella es mi hermana, así que su hija es mis rodillas. In my experience, this works flawlessly and instantly expands your Spanish vocabulary. You just have to hope you're talking to someone who also speaks English and can translate it back. Otherwise, they'll probably think you're an insane person. Technique 3, pronunciation. As we've talked about in other videos, Spanish pronunciation is one of the easiest because of its consistency. Too many times I hear English speakers just butchering their Spanish accent. If you ask a Hispanic person, ¿Qué estás haciendo, vato?" you're gonna bury the needle on their gringometer. And there's no excuse for this. It's as easy as uno, dos, tres. You have to remember that English and Spanish letters may look the same, but they're not pronounced the same. I mean, it's not that hard. R's are D's, D's are a soft TH, B's and V's are usually switched, J's are H's, and H's are silent. Then just learn A, E, I, O, U, and you're all set. And if you ever find yourself with the tongue on the roof of your mouth making a T or an N sound, just stop. Just put your tongue in between your teeth and you'll sound muy suave. It's the difference between te gusta and te gusta. Can you believe I'm giving out this wisdom for free? Fourth technique, learn 2 or 3 big words or phrases in Spanish. Learn them forwards and backwards in a way that you can employ them without even thinking about it. Have some creativity here. Learn phrases and words that are catered to your circumstances. If you want to impress your Spanish-speaking dentist, your phrases might be different than if you want to impress your Coke dealer. Let's say you work at SeaWorld. You might want to learn, "Cuidado, el piso mojado." "Ay caramba, la ballena es inconmensurable." In the comments, let me know your situation, and maybe I can give you some ideas. Don't forget, this also works if you just throw a few big words into your regular English speaking. If you're talking to a Spanish speaker, they'll still be muy impressed. Wow, that's so casualidad. You know what? Don't preocupes about it. Technique number 5, KISS. Keep it simple, senor. So many times I see people struggling with which translation to use, or I ask someone how to translate a word and they give me 3 different options. Don't waste your time with all that. Just learn one word and forget the nuance. Do I use sueño, cansado, dormir? Forget it. Learn one and call it a dia. This is why I only teach the word huh to my students. Viewers. It's all about brain space conservation. So, the secret is out. You now know how I get by in Spanish. If you use these tips in conjunction with the top 5 Spanish words and phrases, you might as well put bilingual on your LinkedIn profile. So don't forget to gusta, el subscribo, and heck, compartir este video con tus amigos también, if you're feeling up for it. So until next time, hasta luego. Alright guys, I know I like to joke around and pour on the salsa, if you will, but if you're really trying to learn Spanish, you can't be afraid to mess up or make a mistake. Hispanic people are just happy you're trying to communicate with them. They'll see that you're doing your best, and in reality, they don't care if you get your niños and your niñas mixed up. I mean, they're not the French.